This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Thanks for supporting the Fable and Folly Network. Here's another show we know you'll love.
You brought another Veron into my shrine?
Be nice, Othin.
You insolent little...
I'm sorry. Othin has strong opinions about mortals.
Does that mean you are the mortal?
Aren't we all a little mortal?
Some more than others.
My voice has been described as booming and thunderous.
Stop singing, Glenn!
Was my singing so bad?
I took you out before. I can do it again.
It's safe. The forest. Tell Draka of dangers.
Of magic, of of things best left alone.
Scandary sealed such a vile practice away for good reason.
So now what? Run a rule.
This is not my business, little mortal.
This is absurd. I will have to inform the magistrate about this.
But Akasa, I'm sure Raka knows what she's doing.
Well, magistrates don't need to know all the details, do they?
Try to stay awake. This is important.
Counterbalance, a high fantasy audio drama. Season 3, starting early 2026. Learn more on trilunas.com.
Every year, on May 23rd at 3:15 p.m. in the afternoon, the bell atop St. Margaret's Elementary School utters one final ring before entering its seasonal hibernation. This chime signals the official start of summer and, more importantly, the dawn of a new age in Salvador Park. For the next 3 months, kids from all across town, those who aren't being shipped off to summer camp at least, will spend their days here in this park playing, competing, imagining, expressing, bartering, betting, extorting, fighting, stealing, and maybe even killing if it will get them what they want. For while in our reality, Salvador Park might just be a small block of grass bordering a creek with some basketball courts and a few pieces of playground equipment thrown atop it, to the collective imagination of the children who spend their summer days here, this is no mere outdoor recreation area, but a thriving metropolis of vice, villainy, and greed, wherein every citizen shares the same goal: become the coolest kid on the block by summer's end, and cement your place in the annals of history. But who or what is cool can change in the blink of an eye. As cliques are created and dissolved, alliances are forged and broken, turf is won and lost. For a crew of nobodies, the chance to emerge from that sea of obscurity may be slim, and the road to reputation will surely be won slick with the imaginary blood of enemies and allies alike. But with enough skill, luck, and creativity, it may just be possible. After all, in a world of limitless imagination, where an upturned bucket can become a trap-laced hideout, where a bubble wand can become a magic wand, where a jump from one rock to another can become a daring leap across the rooftops, it stands to reason that a kid can grow to become a legend when they play in the park. Welcome to the first episode of Play in the Park, a loving hack of John Harper's Blades in the Dark, set in a fictional park where we are a bunch of kids, a bunch of rascals looking to make scores, do crimes, and become cool. I am your game master, Sean. I'm here, of course, with Mary Lou, Greg Smith, and Gabe Greenspan.
Hello as well.
Hello, the tabletop crew back at it. Guys, I'm very excited for this.
I am so excited. You've been working so hard on this campaign and for a long time.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited to play in it because your beautiful freaky brain has come up with some really cool stuff.
What a world.
I'm very excited as well. Yes, and that's a world that we're going to discover together. One quick note right before we start, though, is that this game is originally a game of like cold-blooded violence, right? And as a reskin of this game, I just want to make clear, no violence is actually happening in this game. We might use shorthand like I punch him, I kick him, I stab him with my sword. This is all just make-believe. So I punch him will be like I throw a punch at the air and the person reacts as if they have been punched. Okay? No one is actually punching anyone. No one's actually kicking anyone.
No children were harmed in the making of this podcast.
No children were harmed in the making of this podcast.
Imaginary.
Yes. This is all imaginary. So I think we're just going to dive right on into Park, if that's okay with y'all.
Let's dive.
More than
Freaking
okay.
do it.
Okay. It is a beautiful day. One of those summer days that every kid wants to be outside for. There's no clouds in the sky. It's a nice 74 degrees. The birds are chirping. Everything is calm and peaceful, which is an absolute betrayal of the current vibe of Park. Because yesterday, the flag was stolen.
What?
The flag that represents which side of the park owns the flag in the game of Capture the Flag moved from the hands of the Sibs to the court. The court has taken the flag and thereby changed the boundaries of what constitutes the flag side of Park and the flagless side of Park. This is a major upset. Such so that a park meeting has been called by the park council.
Yeah, took it from the Sibs. I thought the Sibs were like
untouchable.
We start at this meeting in the Mulch. The Mulch is neutral territory. It borders Blacktop, Forest Field, Playgrund, and Venderville. It borders all four of the major districts.
And if memory serves, it has quite the unique odor.
Yes.
Mulch does.
Yes.
It is neutral territory.
It is very much neutral territory that no one wants to be in for good reason.
Exactly.
There is nothing there.
Yeah.
But it is on the boundaries.
You're incentivized to squash the beef quickly because nobody wants
to be here.
To be in the Mulch.
Right. The movers and shakers of Park have all come to this meeting. You see the heads of various factions. You see Bear, the head of the Mud Hands, kind of grumbly sifting through dirt. You see the leader of the Sibs, Vivi, is shuffling some papers, getting ready to speak. The leader of the Chalk, Canvas, who is this waif of a woman with glyphs etched all across her arms and neck. And of course, a chillaxin man in a jersey dribbling a basketball absentmindedly. Of course, B-Ball, one of the paragons of the court. Who has just taken the flag. There is an outrage. The members of the borough are screaming. The followers of Johnny Theism are reaching with hands outstretched, whispering secret prayers. And Vivi, the leader of the Sibs, says, quiet down, quiet down, quiet down. Okay, I understand that word has gotten out that, yes, yesterday the Sibs lost possession of the flag. And even though everyone was already privy to this information, a hubbub. There are voices of, we thought it was safe with you. What happened? And Vivi just raises her hands to quiet them down and says, we're deeply sorry as a representative of the Sibs, bound to protect and serve the community of Park. And you all know that protect and serve usually means extort and domineer.
And
but
bully. And...
they were good at keeping peace at the very least.
Sure.
But as your representative of the Sibs, I want to issue my humble apologies. And we have to talk about next steps. Because as we know, the court and the Chalk have graciously come here to talk a little bit about the ongoing battle for turf on Blacktop. And with the flag in the court's possession, that, of course, will mean that the Chalk is under a dire threat. And you see that Canvas nods her head solemnly and gives a dirty look to B-Ball, who kind of just keeps on dribbling, seems very blasé about this whole thing. Mm. And so, as such, we are going to institute new measures of protections. The Sibs will be restricting water access for all of Park. And what? You see that this creates an absolute riot. Water access is incredibly important for so many different factions, not just in terms of the creations like the alchemists need water to create their potions. The Mud Hands that's where they get.
What, are they going to be dirt hands?
Exactly.
Are they going to be dust hands?
Dust hands.
Not to mention the fact that kids need water to drink during
What
the
about
day.
the water fountain?
Yes, so the Sibs will be stationed at the river wall as well as the water fountain. And in order to finance this operation, we will also be levying a tax on water accrual from here on out.
I'm conservative now. Small government.
As we know, water is an incredibly potent substance that has the power to destroy the chalk. We are just taking extra precautions so that the court and the chalk, their disagreements do not develop into a full-blown, full-scale war.
Why are we being punished for something that the court did?
Let the chalk figure it out.
Well, you know what? And you see that Canvas stands up and says, honestly, I think you're right. Maybe the best thing to do would be to have the court just give the flag back to the Sibs. Am I right? I mean, that seems fair.
We don't have enough information yet.
I'm not sure.
I'm undecided.
Let's hear what the other side says.
B-ball dribbles and looks up at Canvas and is like, you mad? And Canvas is like, yes, actually, I'm very mad. And she takes a step towards him and is like, you have no right to infringe on our territory. We are just a collective of artists that are trying to create our art. And yes, we need half the blacktop in order to do so. But we are only asking for half. You do not need full-scale games of basketball. You have enough. And she's like, at this point, kind of up on him. And he still seems to be absolutely chillaxing. No, I don't think that that's actually going to happen. Listen, the flag is open game for anyone who wants to come and take it or come and win it. Anyone can challenge us to any game. And like, if you win, you can totally have the flag back. Silence goes throughout the crowd because, as everyone knows, winning a game against any paragon in the court is basically,
it's almost impossible. They're so strong and so agile.
They're so strong. They're
but
tall.
He makes a good point. It's called capture the flag, not keep the flag.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly. And I also think that, and he looks up at Canvas, you're on my side. The mulch is the division between the 4 main districts of Park. Although it is neutral territory, the game of capture the flag, it is one half versus the other half of Park. And you all see that the lines that have been drawn in the mulch to delineate the 4 sections of Park and the half and half of what is the flag side of Park and what is the flagless side of Park, Canvas has stepped over that line.
Uh-oh.
And you see B-Ball raise his hand, and this red energy envelops it, kind of like a flag draping itself over his hand. And he reaches out and he just taps Canvas. Suddenly, the enveloping force travels from his hand, traces across her body, and you see as soon as it touches her, runes on her arms light up and fizzle out, and she's doing like these esoteric gestures of archaic magic to try and stop it, but her hands are bound by this energy, and suddenly she is bound by this energy, and the flag wraps her up, and she's gone.
Violence!
What the heck? What the heck?
The meeting ends here and now. You see that Mama Moss, the leader of the borough, takes out a bubble wand and whips it around. The ruffians start grabbing people and putting them into headlocks. The slap keeps on running up to people and slapping them. It is
as they want to do.
It is absolute chaos as this neutral territory no longer seems to be neutral.
Whoa.
Blood was spilt here.
Yes.
And just as this chaos erupts, it is over as people disperse back to their various hideouts. But just because the chaos is over does not mean that a new dawn of a new era of Park has not begun. One of, I don't want to say there was peace before, but whatever is happening now in Park can definitely not be described as peace.
Chaos.
An
upending of the social order.
As it stands, there is a new force in Park, the court, and they have just made their move against the chalk.
A coup, really?
And of course, as a reaction, that means now police presence, Sib presence, is going to be pretty high, especially around water. You all know that they're focusing on water because water dissolves chalk, and the runes on blacktop are all that the chalk has to withstand the force of the might of the court right now.
So really the Sibs stand in opposition to the court.
At least, like, sort of, they're trying to protect who seems like the weaker party.
The Sibs aren't in the
chalk.
pocket of the court.
I mean, I bet the Sibs are pissed because they got their flag stolen.
That's what I'm thinking.
And they're thinking, it makes them look weak. They're probably not stoked about what the court has done, even though it is perfectly legal.
Absolutely.
Like, that's what Capture the Flag
it's called
is
Capture
all
the
about.
Game's the game.
Yeah. It makes them look bad.
You also know that while this is a special game of Capture the Flag, only the faction that has the flag has the power of the flag. It's not an entire side of Park that has the flag, but it is like the flag side of Park, the side of the park the flag is on, is safe. Anyone from flagless side who crosses that median boundary and goes over to flag side of Park, any member of the court can use the touch and tag them.
Understood.
But this all begs the question, as a group of tier 0 nobodies, power has been upset. And when there's an upset of power, there are places and narrow alleys for people to sneak in and grab at it. This could be a good opportunity if you can find the right score. So to that end, where do we think Jibby goes to look for a score?
One of Jibby's allies is TJ, who's a Sib.
Mm-hmm.
Jibby saved his little sister from having an allergy attack because he had one of his EpiPens on him, and TJ will always owe him for that. And knowing that the Sibs are sort of like hurting in their pride, they might be planning something big. They might be planning a retaliation, maybe, against the court. So I want to talk to TJ to see if there's any way that we can help. Maybe, they could have us do something and claim, no knowledge, no hand in it. I want to offer our assistance, our support to the Sibs, because it's nice to get on their good side, right? Because to be honest, Jibby thinks the Sibs are probably always going to be in charge eventually. Like the arc of power and control always swings back to the Sibs. They might lose it for a little while, but like the Sibs have so much power with their proximity to the grown that if this is a chance to get more on their good side and maybe, take the court down a peg.
And I should explain also that, yes, Sibs, short for siblings, are the older siblings of the kids at this park. Grown are the adult influence, these like esoteric, archaic beings who...
Unknowable, all-powerful.
Unknowable, all-powerful, very rarely interact with reality.
Can be manipulated and perhaps channeled, but never controlled.
But it seems like the Sibs long ago received orders from the grown that have carried through the generations to look after their younger siblings and make sure no one gets into too bad trouble. And so they have become the de facto policing force of Park.
So that's Jimmy's plan, is to go to TJ and offer their assistance.
Now, as you know, though, as a member of Forest Field, you are not allowed on Playgrund soil naturally.
Right.
How do you get in contact with TJ? Is there like a way that you have of signaling him to meet you somewhere?
Yeah. Jimmy has a sort of bat signal, and it's his really loud sneeze. He's always sneezing because he's always sick. He has the craziest allergies. And he has special sneezes for different people that are attuned to a certain frequency.
Okay.
And so he knows one that's just for TJ, that only TJ can hear.
Achoo!
And he stands outside. Yeah, he stands outside Cave Tree and he goes, Achoo! And it travels like a sound wave straight to TJ's ears.
Okay. It takes a little bit, but it actually takes longer than it has in the past. But TJ meets you underneath one of the trees of Forest Field. Forest Field is like this densely overgrown thicket. The treetops are littered with tree houses here and there, whereas the tree bottoms have kind of shacks dispersed. There doesn't seem to be like any city planning that has gone into this. It seems very much like the vibe of a shanty town, and it's for sure a poorer district, but a district that has many places to hold a silent, quiet conversation in the shadows of the foliage. So he meets you under a tree that is your meeting place. What, you little twerp?
TJ, listen, I'm really sorry about what's been going on lately. I know that the court stealing the flag was probably really embarrassing for the Sibs. And I want you to know that the last boys, we got your back. If you need anything done, if you need some transporting of materials, if you need a secret strike, like, you got us.
The last boys?
Yeah, the last boys.
What is that? Your like little like friend crew?
Yeah, it's not that little. We're not that little. Orlando's pretty tall for his age. So, but yeah, it's me and my guys. It's Orlando Ocean. He knows stuff, TJ. He knows people. He can move anything.
Hey, okay, listen, I don't have
slag. He's got skills, man.
Jimmy, I do not have time for this, okay? We're already spread thin as it is.
And that's what I'm saying. I can help you out.
No offense. We don't need 3 little twerps running around delivering like stuff that is way above your pay grade.
Well, it's not above our pay grade if you pay us.
I'm not saying I don't trust you, but you just don't have the reputation yet of like a dependable crew, which is what we really need in this moment. I mean, I have my hands up to like, we just caught like this gang that was smuggling counterfeit cards into the Kidsino from the chalk, so I have my hands dealing with paperwork for that. And like,
but TJ, you're seeing this as a bug. I'm seeing it as a feature. No one would think that the Sibs would hire a know-nothing group like us, but you know me.
The Sibs have currently no plans to go against the court.
What?
We can't.
You guys are just gonna roll over and take this?
We can't risk an all-out war, okay? We already have our hands full with the taxes on the water, making sure we have people there at the river, at the fountains. We can't afford it.
The court is already the biggest, strongest kids here. You're just gonna let them get a big head about this?
For now, yeah, okay? Listen, I am an officer of the law, right?
Right.
And so I try my best to uphold those ideals.
Yeah, you're a good guy, TJ. You're a good big bro. I know that. Cece knows that. And when her tongue was swelling up in her mouth because she accidentally ate a Reese's cup that she thought was a sunflower cup from Trader Joe's. And I stabbed that EpiPen into her tiny, tiny thigh. We both knew that you were going to protect her.
Listen, the Sibs are taking no action. If you want to help, maybe go ask the Chalk. They've basically holed themselves up in their area of Blacktop. They're in desperate need of supplies and manpower, especially since their leader was just captured, okay? That's all I can give you.
All right. Thanks, TJ. I appreciate it. And hey, good luck.
You too.
You're cool.
Shut up. and he walks away.
As soon as he's gone, Boomslang raises himself up off of the tree branch where he's been lying in wait this entire time, flips down and lands next to Jibby.
Nice guy.
Yeah, he's so cool.
I knew you were there, by the way.
Shut up. Nobody sees me.
He's so cool. I wish he was my big bro, but I'm an only child.
Where is Orlando in this scenario? Is he trying elsewhere to find a score?
Well, I think Orlando might have been ahead of TJ's advice. So I think Orlando is interested in trying to secure a meeting with someone in the Chalk.
You approach Blacktop, which is this gated area, half of which belongs to the court, half of which belongs to the Chalk. And you can see the distinction immediately. The court is like this gladiatorial arena, and you can actually, from your vantage point, just on the very edge, you see the flag in the middle of this gladiatorial arena, and you see various paragons of the court, people who are unbeatable in their specific chosen sport, b-ball being one of them, as his chosen sport of basketball. They're lounging around, waiting for a challenger. Sometimes they'll do some pickup games. It's taunting almost in a way of like anyone can come grab it if they want to, but you know that anyone going onto the court without permission, it's a death sentence. The chalk is a very different beast. You see that there are, from outside, all you see is like these walls that rise up into the sky and fade, and the walls have the texture and color of like an oil spill, kind of. This glimmering, it's always moving, this magic that is nigh impenetrable, but you can see at the very base, right on the other side of these walls, are lines of glyphs and runes. And you see outside of the main gate of chalk, there are two brutish looking gentlemen. They don't very much look like the artist type of the members of the chalk that you've seen. They're very, usually pretty pale, pretty thin and waifish, but these guys are like hulking. They look almost like their muscles are like slabs of clay, and they're runed up to the max. These are members of the avant-garde, and they're like, they stand at the gate of chalk. State your business.
Yeah, I have a meeting on file with one of your heads.
Do you have a meeting on file?
No.
We're not in a score right now, but why don't you roll me an action rating to try and get past these guys?
This would be sway, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, that feels.
Which I have. So if I have 2 pips in sway, does that mean I roll 3 total or just 2?
It means you roll 2, and I'm going to say that this is risky standard. So let's explain a little bit how the mechanics of Blades of the Dark and by extension Play in the Park works. We all have action ratings. These action ratings fall under 3 categories. They fall under Insight, Prowess, and Resolve. And underneath those 3 action ratings, there are various actions like Sway, Study, Skirmish. These actions can be used for anything you want them to be, though, of course, they might have more application when used. Like Skirmish might be better used in a fight. Sway might be better used when you're persuading someone. But who's to say you can't sway someone during a fight to stop fighting? It is up to the players to decide on action they want to use and then roll however many action points they have in that action. A total success is a 6. On a 4 or a 5, you get a partial success. You succeed, but something happens. And then a 1 to a 3 is a failure. Something bad happens.
Right.
So you are looking for at least a 4 in order to get a success with a caveat, or a 6 in order to get a success.
Oh, baby,
six.
that's a 6.
Orlando, this is... I feel like this is kind of a con man-esque thing that you're doing right now. They, of course, have a list of people who have meetings with a chalk, and you know that security has been pretty tight around here as of late. What do you do in order to bamboozle them enough to where they let you in?
I say, yeah, I have a meeting with, oh, that's interesting. Hey, the 2 of you are members of the avant-garde, right?
Yeah.
What's more avant-garde than taking something the system gives you and turning it? And he grabs each of the sheets of paper and he tries to turn them into origami cranes that he learned on the Disney Cruise Line in Orlando, Florida.
Yes.
Into art.
Huh.
I blow them. So they sort of like...
Oh, that was our list! Oh. And you see the list like lands right on the median line, and someone on the court like stomps on it. We don't know who's supposed to... Oh, crap. The boss is going to be so freaking pissed at us.
Well, he's not going to be freaking pissed at you if you just sort of let me in and I'll take care of it.
Okay, you'll tell him that it wasn't our fault, right?
No,
That was you that did that.
Of course, I'll come clean, totally clean.
Okay, and you see that both members of the avant-garde, they reach out their hands and a glyph on the backs of their palms shines, and you see that they reach into the wall itself and they part it as if it were a curtain, and you see the magic shimmer like drapes over them, and you are able to walk through. And as you do, you see that yes, there are various artists of various mediums working here. There are, of course, the people that are doing upkeep on the walls themselves with pieces of chalk. it would take an artist's mind to actually read these glyphs and runes. To you, they just look like swirling, swimming shapes that you can't actually pin down what any of them say. But you also see like various tunnels that these walls create that shift as well. This seems to be like a labyrinthian, ever-changing, expressionistic form that creates different studios for these people that are using Play-Doh to create sculptures. You actually see someone creating a big amalgamation of something that looks like one of the avant-garde out of clay. And you see that there are people with canvases painting, and of course there are probably hundreds of other different caverns and various spaces that you are not privy to. And an aisle appears in the wall as if like a, hey, come this way. And you see that all the other doors are suddenly magically blocked off, and you're only given one option to go to what looks to be a meeting room.
Mm-hmm.
And you do, and there you see the current residing leader, if there was a leader of this artist collective. This is Nicolaj. What is your business?
Nicolaj, my business is your safety. How safe do you feel right now on a scale of 1 to 10?
Well, I did not know you. What are you doing here? The guards, they let you in?
They sure did. I showed them a new path, and now I want to show you one. I'm a dream maker in that way, Nicolaj. And I wink.
We have no dreams here. Only nightmares. What can you do for me?
What is a nightmare if not a dream's reversed cousin?
Enough of these platitudes, little man. I want to know, what do you need me to do to get you out of here? I am quite busy.
I want you to stop being so afraid of 2 hydrogen elements and 1 oxygen element, aka water.
Water, yes, I'm aware. You know that this is not something that we like around here in the chalk?
Yeah, no kidding. I've got a crew that can get you in charge of that pesky element.
And what is this crew called?
The Last Boys.
The Last Boys, never heard of them.
Well, that's why we're the last. You think anyone else wants anything to do with you right now after that show of cowardice? A dog lying on its...
Cowardice?
May we...
Canvas was a brilliant leader.
Where's she now? I'm here. I'm offering you a service.
Listen, little man.
I'm not that little. I'm tall for my age.
No matter what you say, you do not have the power to grab all of the water from Riverwall, all of the water that comes out of the fountain, unlimited water. The Sibs are already working on this, yes? What we need now are supplies. We need shells. If you are willing to help in this, then yes, I might have a job. One of my contacts, a smuggler's ring. We're transporting some of my creations. And she opens up like a desk drawer, and she throws some cards on the table. You recognize these as Magic Attack Buddy cards. But...
I salivate with like envy and jealousy.
These are not strictly real, if you take my meaning.
Modded cards?
As artists, we of course have taken liberties.
Counterfeits.
We need to circulate these through the Kidsino. It seems that the Sibs, they caught wind of this plan, and they have captured the group that was supposed to take care of this.
You want me to walk into the Kidsino and cut counterfeit cards into a highly organized operation that's going to cost you?
All you need to do is give them to our contact. In fact, we do not want to circulate them before this.
Who's your contact?
I do not know.
What?
I do not know.
How can it be your contact if you don't know who it is?
They were the contact of the people that we were hiring, that we contracted.
Well, who are they then?
Well, they are currently in the spire being interrogated by the Sibs.
So who the heck am I supposed to talk to, lady?
All I know is that the contact will make itself known if you say a certain code phrase. Wonderful day we're having, not...
What's in it for us?
For this job, I will give you 4 shells, but under the condition that for every card that gets circulated before it is given to our contact, I take 1 shell away.
Well, okay. Yeah, I won't do that.
Then we have a deal?
We'll have a deal. when the cards get dealt. It's a double meaning.
Well, yes, here you go. There they are.
Then I guess we have 2 deals.
She gives you a pack.
I'm not done.
Oh.
I'm not done. No, go ahead.
She gives you a pack of 6 cards. This should be enough to get you into the casino. We will have our customers outfit you with some better threads. I'm assuming you have it's not just you.
Last boys certainly would imply more than one, wouldn't it?
Yes, it
Or do you
would.
just do art? You don't know math.
Don't patronize me. I'm literally your patron.
Then wouldn't it make sense for me to?
Shut up. We smash cut and the rest
First ship of the campaign.
The rest of the last boys have been outfitted with like glitz and glam costumes. You know, the Kidsino's it's a glammy place, right?
Mhm.
It is a place that is it's pretty high on the tier for factions.
Mhm.
So this is actually, I will say, a pretty dangerous job that you have found yourselves in for a tier 0 to go up against the Kidsino, which I'll say is a tier 4.
Oof.
Oof.
But all it is interfacing with a contact, trying to find a contact, and getting out. You are not trying to take down the Kidsino or anything, right? So in order to start this score, as long as the rest of the...
Boomslang looks so visibly uncomfortable wearing this kind of outfit.
Yeah.
You can see like he wants to like rip at the knees so bad.
what is everyone wearing right now, I will say?
We're doing glitzy casino stuff. I think Boomslang, the only thing of his usual apparel that he has insisted on keeping is his bandana, his tactical bandana. Which
we tried so hard
to be like, please take it off.
Please don't wear it.
This is my one identifying feature. So keeping his bandana, but other than that, has given up his usual zip away pants and mud stained shirt in favor of like a clean black t-shirt with a vest over it.
Yeah.
Also black, like a tuxedo vest over a black t-shirt. And
it also could be.
bandana.
It also could be one of those like black t-shirts that have the tuxedo.
Oh yeah, the tuxedo
t-shirt.
That's what it is.
Yes.
100%. And just black jeans.
Okay, great. What about Jibby? What does Jibby look like?
Jibby is wearing a tuxedo, but the jacket is way too big. Like the sleeves go too long, but he loves that because then he can wipe his nose on them. And his tie is extra long, so he can wipe his nose on it as well.
Great. And Orlando?
I think Orlando's wearing a burgundy velvet tux with a clip-on bow tie.
Which he brought himself, I'm sure. He already had this. The costumer was actually, you're actually good. You're actually good.
In his briefcase.
And a pocket square.
Amazing. And so we're just going to jump right into the score if everyone agrees that this is the score that they would like to do.
Oh, yeah.
Can Boomslang have done one other thing quickly?
Sure.
Boomslang wanted to do a little hunting based off of the conversation that he was eavesdropping on, and just see if he can find like follow the stones and see where the sort of like the line of cash flow is currently within the park. Like trying to see if cash is moving hands already, and if there is any sort of like open contract type stuff that might be a hint. Like, is somebody else moving in on the Kidsino while we're going to be there?
Okay. Give me what's called a gather information roll.
Okay.
So are you using study to try and go through the books? Are you using survey to like case the Kidsino beforehand?
I was thinking prowl. And just like prowl around the outskirts, see if me and Blackbeard, my bearded lizard, can get any eyes on like if there is actual like stones changing hands, shells changing hands. I want to see if there is
who's walking out with heavy pockets.
Okay, give me an action rating with your prowl.
6.
Nice.
Wow, another 6.
So what you find with a 6 is that the Kidsino is one of the biggest vice dens in all of Park. It is made up of a faction that were the coolest kids last summer. So they got to pick the next cool thing. The next cool thing being Magic Attack Buddies, the card game that is now sweeping Park. It is each card is almost its own valuable item.
Absolutely.
Right? Akin to something like shells. Shells being the regular currency, but Magic Attack Buddies cards are like the objects of value.
Absolutely.
And you see that coming in are a few people you don't recognize. And they look a little bit older. And you realize you don't recognize them because these people probably are Sibs that spend most of their time up in Fort Blue. Yeah, but you see that a large majority of them are coming in and leaving seemingly happy.
Okay. Boomsing will just have reported back like
Heavy sib activity. Keep our eyes open. Could get dicey.
Interesting.
So what we're going to do now is an engagement roll, which means basically as this score is started, what position are our players in right now? So for our engagement roll, is the operation overly bold and daring? I would say so. So that's 1 die.
Oof.
Is the operation overly complex? I don't think so. I think it's pretty easy.
Straightforward.
That's fine. Does it exploit a target vulnerability? I would say no. I would say it actually does the opposite. These guys are pretty good about
this is
keeping.
What they're,
This is their kind of whole thing. Is they don't like cheaters and they don't want counterfeit cards in circulation.
Right.
Is the target strong and prepared against attack?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. So that's -1 die. Can a friend or contact provide aid or insight? What do you guys think? Can a friend or contact provide aid or insight?
Do we have any friends in the Kidsino?
Well, we have this contact we're meeting.
We have the contact we're meeting, and we have who did you meet with? In the Nicolaj. Did Nicolaj give us any kind of insights as to the Kidsino, or is that not really her area of expertise?
I don't think it's her area of expertise, so I'm not gonna put it. You didn't get any like special information about the vulnerabilities of this place. Are enemies or rivals interfering? Not that you know of. Are there other elements? Higher, lower tier? It is a higher tier.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Subtract another die.
Yeah. So we're at -0 die. It just goes to 0. So what I'm going to do for our engagement roll is I'm going to roll 2 dice and pick the worst one, which will describe what position you all are starting this score in.
Great.
But before I do this, we will also have to designate our loadout. A loadout is what kind of gear you're bringing with you. How Play in the Park works is you aren't coming in with like a bag of a rope, a pickaxe, and a notebook. Instead, you have like 3 slots that can be filled with anything you need in the moment that you would have on you, like that you would have brought. So a light loadout is easily concealable. People don't think that you are there for a job. A medium loadout is you might have a weapon or 2 on you. You look like a rascal. You look like not necessarily that you're doing heavy duty, but you're not fitting into high society. And then there's heavy loadout, which means you have come to play. You are carrying some big guns. People are very aware that you are around. So what loadouts do you think you all are taking up?
It's light for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, frustratingly light as well.
Jibby?
Yeah, I'm also light.
Okay, everyone is light, which means that I believe you get 2 or 3.
3, it says here.
So you get 3 items slots to use throughout this score.
That's right.
All right, and now that that's been decided, let's do our engagement roll. All right, so that's a 5 and unfortunately a 3. Which means that you are starting in a desperate position.
Let's go.
We're desperate.
So
that's okay.
It's just how we want it.
That we're the last boys. We got it. We got to make a big move.
So
we want to make a name for ourselves.
Who is playing this game? Because as we all know, in the Kidsino, in order to be in the Kidsino, you have to be playing. At least one of you has to be playing. The other 2 can be engaging in the frivolities that the Kidsino has to offer. But admission is cards, and you have to be playing. And if you lose a game, you lose those cards. If you win a game, you gain some cards. So who is starting at the table?
I think it's Orlando, and we'll swap out when we need to do the contact.
Okay.
Yeah.
Orlando, you are at the table. You are facing off. Your opponent is Vivi, the head of the Sibs, and you are losing. Her magic attack buddy right now has 50 health to yours 10. What do you do?
Is there a fold analog in this game?
Yes, but you've already bet a card. You're in a desperate position, so there's no easy way out of this.
No, I'm saying to make her fold.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'm going all in. Whatever the analog of going all in is to try and scare her away from this.
So yeah,
spot.
how Magic Attack Buddies works is that you have different cards on field, but you also have a hand of cards that the opponent doesn't know about. And there are various trap cards that can be played. Mm-hmm. And based on how you play certain cards, you might be setting up a strategy where another person might give up in order to keep the cards that they have.
Maybe you imply that if
what
she
you have in your hand.
kills this, if she kills this monster, that's exactly where.
Okay, so what action rating would you like to use for this?
That feels like it would be a sway, no?
Okay.
Feels right.
What is the difference between sway and consort?
Consort is kind of like
who you know,
being chummy and meeting with a friend. Sway is persuading someone.
Yeah, so this would be sway.
Gotta be sway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Give me your sway roll. This is again desperate with, I will say, effect standard.
4.
Okay, so that's a success with a caveat.
Mm-hmm.
You see Vivi take a look as you place down a face down card beneath your monster. These cards could be, when this monster dies, deal damage to something, and she hesitates for a second. What game are you playing?
There's only one game on the table. It's not really about the game, it's about the player. And I've got you played.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I'm doing you a favor. Get out while you can.
She takes a card and she places it also face down behind her monster. And she doesn't tap her monster, meaning her monster does not attack for this game. She then places 2 tokens. We're just going to make up the rules of this game as it goes around.
It's like it's a Yu-Gi-Oh analog, but not quite.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon,
poker. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She places 2 tokens, and she draws out 2 more of your monster cards from your hand that you have to then place in front. Meaning now, instead of losing 1 monster, you would be losing 3 if you were to lose his hand.
I thought this was a success.
But
well, you haven't lost it.
She does not.
She didn't attack.
Mm-hmm.
And you have 3 monsters to attack her with.
Mm-hmm.
So the game continues.
Mm-hmm.
That is a success. As this is happening, what are Jibby and Boomslang doing?
Boomslang, take a walk with me.
Absolutely.
Let's do a lap. Lap of the robe. And we're gonna walk, and as we walk, I'm gonna speak quietly under my breath, and I'm gonna palm something to you, Boomslang. Put something in your hand.
Yeah.
And what I've passed to you is a straw for a spitball blowgun.
Oh.
Part of my loadout is I took a bandolier of 3 of my chemicals, and one of the formulas that I already know is a drowsy
draft.
Mm-hmm.
It's like basically ZQuil. I've put half a dose of ZQuil already preloaded, ammunition already locked in. If she looks like she's gonna win,
I take her out.
I need you to take her out.
Understood.
You've got the prowl, you've got the stealth. Find a location, get a clean shot, take it.
Understood.
I've got more where that came from.
Consider it done.
Okay, I think you are in a highly surveyed spot.
Yeah.
So even palming something is probably an action roll that you would have to try and pass.
Are there drinks?
Yeah, there are drinks.
I'm gonna get a drink. I'm gonna put my straw in the drink. The ammunition is loaded in the tip.
And I take the drink.
You take the drink. And so I'm not palming it. It's in broad daylight, actually. It's
just a drink hand up.
That you brought your own straw with?
Brought my own straw.
I think it's still a roll. That's a good excuse, but
right.
I think it's still a roll.
So good. What a good excuse.
Okay, I'd like to roll Tinker to have made this like preloaded spitball straw that looks just like another straw from the Kidsino.
Sure.
And that's a 6, baby!
You slide the drink over. No one bats an eye.
Across the bar.
You see even like the guards. They're not even looking at you. It seems like attention is on the game that is currently happening.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you do?
I'll take the full drink, start chewing on the straw in a sort of a, anybody would chew on a straw kind of thing, but I'm actually moving the spitball down into the position I need it to be in to fire in case.
Mm-hmm.
And then if Boomslang can get are there levels to the Kidsino? Is there like a higher ground kind of a position?
Yeah, there are. The Kidsino is placed in Venderville. It's on the tables. And so there are various tables throughout this thing, but there's also like an quote unquote upstairs place for onlookers to kind of be looking out at the games happening.
Totally.
And so you see that there are people just milling about. It's not like an extremely busy day, but the Kidsino's always kind of packed regardless.
Absolutely. Well, I'll go to one of the higher onlooking areas make my way up there. But as I do, I'll let Blackbeard sort of slide down out of my pant leg and make moves across the ground. I want him trying to get eyes on anyone who looks like they could be the contact while I sort of keep my high ground position.
Okay, so this is also, I'm also going to call for an action rating here.
Absolutely.
Because animals are strictly not allowed here.
That's a crazy move, and I love it. I'll have my pet weird animal scurry
Blackbeard
across
could
the
also
casino.
Cause like a distraction
Could
or
cause
something.
a distraction if need be. He's absolutely a distraction. That's what I'm thinking.
Think about
It's
it.
also crazy to shoot and kill.
We're not killing it. No, I said it was a half dose. It was a half dose because it would just make her drowsy. So it won't knock her out. It'll just make her bad at the game.
This feels like a prowl thing to me.
Okay, sure, yeah.
So that's what I'm going to roll for. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
It's a 2.
It's a 2.
It's a 2.
I'm glad. I'm kind of glad.
As you look down and you kind of like are shaking your leg, usually Blackbeard is able to get out of your pants quite easily.
Because they zip off.
Because they zip off. But unfortunately, you see like a squirming as you're kind of like shaking your leg to try and get Blackbeard out of your pants.
Stupid skinny jeans.
And a security officer comes up to you and says, excuse me, could you come with me, please?
Why?
We just have some questions for you. And you see that another one joins him.
Spitball them. Spitball them.
Not yet. I will put my drink down, but take the straw to just sort of chew on.
Okay.
And go with them.
Okay, cool. And they lead you into a back room, and the door shuts behind you.
I think Jimmy saw that.
I would say that, yeah, you probably did see that.
I was probably watching him try and find a vantage point and saw him get taken.
We cut back to this game where you are still on the rocks. You're in a desperate position, even with the success. The caveat is it's just the stakes have grown even more. But you are in a desperate position, but a great effect. You both have placed a fair amount of stuff on the table. You might actually come out of this with real cards that you could then pawn off later. You might be able to gain some more shells here if you were to win this thing. What are you trying to do right now?
I'm trying to win this thing.
Come on.
So I'll attack.
Attack with
the monsters.
with your monsters. Okay. Is there an action rating you want to use, or you're just
Survey? Yeah.
So so you're taking a look at all the options. You see like the equations, the Rain Man equations are kind of going across the screen. Roll me a survey.
If it's 1 pip, is it just 1 die?
Yes. You can also push yourself. You could take 2 stress and gain another die.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
I think we should do that. I think we should do that.
I'm pretty stressed.
Okay.
5.
That's a success with a caveat. You see that there is a move, where boom, boom, you're able to take out one of her monsters. And she picks up one of her cards and she tosses it over to you.
I catch it.
And you see this look in her eye as she kind of looks at one of her other cohort that are kind of like standing around also watching the game. You're now on the watch list for the Sibs.
Ooh.
They're going to take this slight, but she stands up and she says, "Good game."
Good game to you.
Yeah. And she takes the rest of her cards besides the one that she tossed over to you, and she leaves. And you see
Jimmy's gonna walk up and be like, "Wow, that was a crazy day. What a wonderful day we're having." Not stressful because I'm stressed out.
Let me roll to see a fortune roll of this.
The person was just sitting at this table.
Yeah. I think Jimmy saw how close that was, and it's like, we got to get out of here. Yeah, we got to get out of here. So let's speed this thing up. He's just going to sort of be walking around saying the code word.
Okay, cool.
Oh, boy.
Not everywhere, but...
Give me an action rating for this, because this is kind of a little bit conspicuous.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's consort, but Jimmy doesn't have a consort. So
yeah, baby.
You roll 2 and take the lowest.
Yeah.
If you push on a thing that you have no pips for,
you can gain 1, and then it would, instead of being
flat.
Disadvantage, it would just be flat. So if you'd like to push yourself, you could take just 1 die and do it straight.
Yeah, I'll do that. Because I don't want to fail that soon. So I'm going to push myself, just take 1, and hopefully it gets us a success. Oh, I just rolled a 6.
Come on.
6?
Yeah.
On 1 die?
Okay.
Yeah.
Baby.
I mean, I just saw Boomslang get taken into the back rooms, right? Like we have one of our party down. I know they're not going to find anything on him. Well, probably. They might find his spitball, but probably not. I trust him. But I want to get us out of here.
Okay. So here's what happens. Boomslang.
Yeah.
You're in the interrogation room.
Yep.
You see a chair kind of grow. There's some liquid on the chair, probably from past interrogations, right? It doesn't seem to be the kindest place. But you also see in the corner, like facing away from the chair, but you see that there are like cameras. And you do see that Vivi has stood up from her game. It seems like Orlando has one, and Jibby is walking around saying the code word kind of willy-nilly, but no one seems to be paying much mind to him. And you see the 2 security guards are staring at you. One of them goes, so if you wouldn't mind, we saw some wriggling in your pants leg. If we could just take a check at that.
You want me to take my pants off?
No, I'll check it. Don't worry, because it's at the base of your leg. It's at your ankle, right? So he goes down to kind of like pat you down, and as that happens, on the cameras there are mics that are feeding in various feeds. Jibby Bathazid saying, "What a wonderful day we're having." Not the guard on the ground, like, is bending down, reaching towards you, and the other guard goes, "Ugh," and then karate chops the other guard in the back of the neck, and the guard falls to the floor. Really, Boomslang? I mean, I thought that you would have some more tact, but I'm assuming that guy's with you. You see the guard takes out a makeup wipe and wipes off the makeup, and you see what was once like the face of this gruff security guard, even with a beard and everything. I mean, this is what makes the Playgrund players such good spies. You see Glitz, your rival. And she says, calm down. We're not enemies today. We're allies for as long as this score is happening. I assume you have something for me?
You're our contact?
Yes, I'm your contact. And I'm assuming that thing squirming in your leg is that little creature.
Don't you talk ill of him.
Oh, please. It was bad enough that you didn't complete the job I had for you, but it's even worse that you kept that thing. Just know, one of these days, I'm going to have the Mud Hands come in and rip him from your hands.
Over my cold, dead body, Glitz.
Well, we'll have to see about that, huh? For now, though, past is the past. Let's worry about what's happening right now. Do you have the cards for me?
Ocean's got them.
Of course he does. She takes out a little pad of makeup, and she redoes the makeup that she just did. And then she grabs you by the hand and says, come with me.
How do we explain this guy?
And she just opens the door without answering you. And she walks up to Orlando. This guy with you?
Yes. Is everything okay?
Something you want to tell him?
Well, we're having quite a beautiful day here. Not.
See, it's a funny joke. Jimmy's like being like, I just learned this joke. I watch a movie, Borat. He says that after everything, and it's so funny.
Yeah,
see?
Jimmy's in the top, like in the balcony, just kind of consorting, because you don't know that your thing has been said, so you were just telling everyone.
Yeah,
and everyone's
telling
looking at you just really quizzically as the deal is happening below you.
I take all my cards, sort of stack them on the table and say, everyone, it's been an honor playing with you. I turn to the security guard and I can intuit.
Yeah, I think you can.
And I shake their hand and I say, I just want to thank you for everything you do. And I transmute the cards in that handshake.
Okay. She grabs the cards, surreptitiously flips through them, sees that they're all there, which is nice. She pockets them and says, all right then. I think the job is done. And Boomslang, I did say we're allies until the job is done. Thieves! She points at all of you, says, they're taking cards! And then she slinks into the background with like a surreptitious smile and a wave, and she leaves, and suddenly all eyes turn to you.
No, we couldn't trust her.
I raise my hands, I say, search me. What cards do I have on me?
Another security guard comes up to you, approaches you, and says, you taking cards?
Absolutely not, other than the ones I won honestly at your Kidsino.
He looks around and says, I'm still going to have to take you in. If one of our security guards said that you're stealing, we have to do a thorough investigation. Boomslang, you also know that thorough investigation will reveal that one of the security guards is unconscious in the questioning room. Come with me to the questioning room, all right?
I don't know that, so I say, sure.
Yeah, okay. And so he grabs you, and you see his grip is pretty firm.
I will go, oh, I think I might need a medic. And I will swallow the sleep draft that is in the straw.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And what are you trying to do with this?
Knock myself out, faint, cause a distraction.
Okay, give me an action roll. Some kind of action roll.
I guess it's sway. Probably, right? Because I'm trying to convince people to do a thing.
Or
Could
something.
finesse?
Maybe finesse because you're trying to, swallow that thing.
Could be
It's a
finesse.
dexterous
Okay.
movement.
Could be finesse.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll say this is risky. Great. If you do want to literally knock yourself out, you'll be taking yourself out of the score. But it will be pretty big.
This is a social play. Boomsling's not looking to contribute too much other than distraction here. Yeah, I'm gonna
push yourself.
Push myself to stress to make it a flat roll.
Before you do this, I'll give you a devil's bargain. Devil's bargain is something that we can do where I can give you an extra die for something bad happening. The devil's bargain is you can do this, but you will take a level 2 harm. Harm is a long-standing thing that happens on scores but persists in between scores, and it's something you have to heal from. And so the harm will be level 2 drowsy.
Let's do it. Why not?
Okay.
We're living big.
All right. So you have 3 dice, or you have 2 dice to deal with.
And I mark one of my level 2 harm slots.
Yeah.
5.
Okay.
Nice.
The success. You see Boomslang suck something in.
Yep.
You can guess what
What
has
he's
sucked
done.
in and slump to the floor. I will say with that reaction, as part of the success, it alerts both of you that there is something in that room that you do not want the security seeing right now.
Yep.
He slumps to the floor, and I'll say the caveat is you are now unconscious. You know, that is part of the success was the failure of you being unconscious. The security guard catches you. Whoa. What's going on with this guy? Hey, what's happening?
Slag!
What?
I'm going to come running down. If he's not feeling well, I have to tell his mom. Orlando, we have to bring him. We have to take him out.
I put my arm around the security guard. I say, you don't want this here, right?
He doesn't. Give me
it's a sway roll.
or something. Yeah. You can also do you can also help for 1 stress if you like to.
Okay,
say that
I'm
your
gonna
action is helping.
assist. I'm gonna assist Orlando on this. You take a die.
And it's the highest of the 3?
Highest of the 3.
Oh no!
It's a 2.
No,
2
that is
ones
a
and a
1,
2.
a 1, and a 2. That's a failure.
It's a failure.
I put my arm around the security guy. I said, come on, you don't want this here. We'll just take care of our boy. He got a little excited.
Yeah. Sometimes he passes. It's like narcolepsy, like those goats. Have you seen those goats?
No, I haven't seen those goats.
It's very funny.
It's really funny when they get too excited, they pass out, they fall over. That's totally just what happened to him.
You see a camera like on the ceiling swivels towards you as all of this is being recorded.
Yeah.
And the security guard says, well, we got to get him somewhere, you're right. He doesn't want it on the floor right now. And so he takes him and he opens the door into the back room. And as he does so, you see that the door stops early as it slumps into a guard on the floor who is just now like groggily getting up. What happened?
Oh boy.
Someone hit me.
I'm going to do a stink bomb.
Duh.
Okay.
One of my other alchemical formulas I know is a big stink bomb. And yeah, I'm just going to take my stink bomb and
just
it
throw
down.
it. Okay.
Throw it down. Before I throw it on the ground, I'll turn to Orlando and say, you're tall for your age. We got to get him out of here. Ready to run?
What?
The stink bomb explodes out. Orlando, you have an unconscious Boomslang next to you.
Yeah. Can you get him up?
Yeah, I'm going to try and pick him up.
Okay, give me an action roll. I'll say that one of you can assist the other.
Can I have Blackbeard assist him, like give him the help? I'll take the stress, but can I have Blackbeard give him the help to sort of like bite me a little bit from in my clothes to try and keep me a little more conscious such that I would be able to like drag my that it's not full.
It was
dead
only a
weight.
half dose.
It was only a half dose.
Okay. Yeah, sure. It's only a half dose, but you also ingested it versus getting shot with
That's
it.
true.
Absolutely.
That's true.
So yeah, I can say you can assist and take the stress.
I'll take the stress.
Then I'll do a finesse to pick him up. So
Okay.
with assist, that would be 3.
Okay.
Let's go. Now
6.
we're
Nice.
talking.
There we go.
Okay, you are able to. You're tall for your age, and Boomslang's actually pretty small for his age.
Yes, true.
So you're able to
Nimble.
grab him, and you are in a smoke screen that stinks really badly, and you see everyone is coughing. You might not exactly know where to go. You are in just this air.
I'd
you
like
have
to-
him on your back, and you have him secured.
Oh, man.
But now what's next?
I gotta do a flashback.
Okay, do
Okay.
a flashback.
I've secured some kind of blueprint for the Kidsino, and I've run the 3 of us through stress tests where in any circumstance we know exactly the maneuvers to get from point A to point B, B being the exit, and one of the stress tests we ran was a smoke bomb.
Yeah.
So we know exactly how to move through the screen, how many steps it takes, where the door is, who to avoid.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to say, so how flashback works is that, yes, at any point, the players can call for a flashback at the cost of stress.
Great.
If it is relatively simple flashback, then it's only 1 stress. For super complicated flashbacks, it'll be like 3 stress, and then you might still have to roll something. So I'm going to make you roll to see how well this training actually went off.
How much stress is that?
I'm going to say that this is a 2 stress flashback. This seems like a pretty complicated flashback considering the circumstances.
That's fair.
In complete darkness, know exactly the steps out of a casino. Yeah,
exactly.
that feels a little complicated.
How many stress are we at right now, Greg?
I have 4 stress.
Okay, great.
It is like this green haze of stinky smoke. So you could see like a few feet in front of you, but not much more than that.
So, Orlando, how are you drilling this out? What kind of action would
Got
you
it.
want to use in order to teach
finesse.
people the steps?
Oh, to teach people?
Or I think finesse either way, probably,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Finesse.
I'll say that this is like a risky standard. So you can roll finesse.
Oh.
Those are 2 1s.
So
the flashback didn't do much.
Flashback didn't help us.
you know exactly where to go, but you didn't have access to people. The Kidsino is full of people, and you know the right way to go, but you hit someone. You see that someone you hit turns around, and in the haze, you see like the Kidsino's kind of filling up with this haze, and there's chaos everywhere. People are running around. So there's this like kind of eye of the hurricane kind of thing that's happening right now, where it's you 3 and the person you hit, and you turn around and you see the contact, the security guard that you had passed off these things to you. And he turns around to you and says, well, I didn't think this was going to happen so soon, but sure, yeah. You want to fight? I'll take you up on that. And from inside, like their suit, they pull out like this scarf, this ribbon kind of thing, and wraps it around their hands and pulls it tight and rushes at you.
Oh, she's the worst.
But you see that they're going for Boomslang on your shoulder.
I have 2 points in skirmish.
Okay.
Yeah, baby.
In case the viewers were keeping track, I, in between sessions, took 1 away from survey and gave it to skirmish.
Nice.
And yeah, absolutely, I'm not letting that happen. So I'm gonna body check the bouncer who's going for Orlando and Boomslang and say, I don't think so. And yeah, I'm gonna skirmish. Skirmish with this.
I will say
with this guy,
because this person has a higher tier than you. The scarf that they are using is a weapon that is also a higher tier.
Yeah.
And so this will be risky, limited effect. You might be able to, knock them off balance, but I don't think you're going to be able to do much damage if this succeeds.
all I want to do is create an opening for us to escape.
Okay.
So I think I'm happy with that.
Great. Give me a skirmish roll.
I'm gonna push myself. And take an extra die.
Okay.
Because I really want.
We need this opening.
How much stress are we looking at?
I have 5 right now.
Out of 9.
5 out of 9.
It's a 3.
Yeah, it's a 3.
Okay.
So that's a success with a thing, or is that a failure?
No, that is a failure. You can, however, resist this if you would like to. Resist this failure. How resisting a failure works is you say you resist a failure, and it happens. Each resistance costs 6 stress minus a roll of
a die
of the die for whatever you're resisting. So it'll be resolve, prowess, or insight that you're using as your action rating. And the highest thing you have in that are the dice you roll. So would you like to resist this?
I really would. There is a chance that this takes me out. But I'm going to try it.
Do it.
So this is under prowess, right?
This is under
So how many
prowess.
pips is the highest thing you have in prowess?
2.
Okay, so you roll 2 dice. And this is going to be 6 minus the highest of this.
3.
Okay, you take 3 stress and resist this.
I'm at 8 now.
Jesus Christ.
Meaning you are able to body slam this girl man as she rushes towards Boomslang and give Orlando enough time to rush
Pivot.
past. Yeah. I am going to say that doing so gives you a level 1 harm.
Yeah.
I'll say it's level 1 jolted, as in this person is bigger than you thought and beefier than you thought.
Yeah.
But
it hurt me to hurt them.
But you are able to race out of there, still coughing and wheezing all the way. Orlando, here's a question that I have for you. You can either bolt out and be huffing and puffing in this gas, which means you would take a level 1 harm, choking, or you could take your time, kind of hold your breath, and shuffle out.
Take my time.
Okay, you take your time.
Can I?
You're kind of down for the count.
I know I am,
Okay,
but
sure.
can I flashback?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. When Boomslang was insisting on wearing his bandana, he just kept going, you never know when this will come in handy.
love
You
this.
never know
This.
when a
Yes.
tactical bandana will do
love this.
exactly what you need.
Yes.
I keep it. I insist on it. And as the smoke is hitting, I think one of you would have clocked, like, he's not using it, but a bandana is exactly what we need.
Yeah.
I'll say take 1 stress for the flashback.
Yep.
And without even having to roll, yes, you see the bandana fluttering like off of Boomslang's head, which happens to be right by your mouth. And
I give it to Jibby.
To be?
Yeah.
No, I'm inoculated to these things. Don't worry about it, man. Here.
Okay.
And Jibby wraps it. Yeah.
I won't be the hero. Sure.
Jibby wraps the. I think I am more inoculated
Yeah,
to
that
my
makes
own
a lot of-
stink
yeah,
bombs.
that makes a lot of
so,
sense.
I do think that you're
You
fine
know,
against this stuff.
how people like the smell of their own thing.
Yeah, for sure.
You feel me?
I feel you.
Like, I think he's not suffering as much as everybody
He's
else.
high on his
It's
own
not
supply.
good, but yeah, this is his stink bomb. He probably makes it from his own farts.
Yeah. Yeah, so you see Orlando, you quickly wrap it around your head. Jibby, Orlando, you bolt out of there. You see that the guards of the Kidsino are like, what's happening as the doors open and like smoke escapes? And you are able to make a hasty retreat. Listening, you hear commotion, but above the din arises the "I'll get you, Boomslang!" from a voice that seems to transform from a gruff male security guard voice into a high-pitched actory voice. And then the doors close once again as the 2 guards rush in and try and figure out what happened. And you have completed your first score successfully.
By the skin of our teeth.
By the skin of your
our
teeth.
dang teeth.
Dangerous. And we have, one unconscious member that we're dragging back to Cave
Harmed
Tree
and unconscious.
to lick our wounds.
Yeah, to lick your wounds you must, because there was some stress y'all were spending, some harm y'all
Yeah.
received.
Yeah.
And we'll see how y'all manage to fix that and what kind of heat you have on your tail after the bombastic nature of this
Yeah.
score.
Oh, yeah.
During our downtime phase, you all reconvene at Cave Tree, your hideout in Forest Field, the southern part of Park. Cave Tree is a shrouded area. Forest Field is there are only a few pockets of sunlight that come through the treetops, but even so, this seems to be in a little pocket of shadow all of its own. It is a tree that is curved around, almost willow-like, that creates a funnel of thicket to traipse through. But if you know the proper way of getting in, then you can find yourselves in a little clearing that serves as your hideout. Now, we are going to do some downtime activities first by telling you guys what you won, the payoff.
Ooh.
Yay!
So, for a successful payoff, you were able to, at some point, you have gone back to the chalk. Nicolaj hands you 4 shells. Shells being our word for coin in this world. Shells, of course, are a cool shell that are found by the riverbank.
Cool.
And are the main currency. A shell is about worth a week of wages.
Oh,
for
wow.
someone.
Damn.
So 4 shells, you gain 4 weeks of wages for someone. That is a nice little sum to keep you all living during this dark times. Might be able to get you a snack or two. Also might be able to pay the tithe for water that you have to give to the Sibs now. And all that being said, so you gained 4 coin as well as I'm going to add a Monster Attack Buddy card to your crew sheet.
Let's
As
go.
something that you now have.
The Dark Magician.
I'm going to roll to see the rarity of it. And
Oh, yeah.
because this came from Vivi, who is a Sib and pretty high up in the Sibs, she probably has pretty good cards.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll 2 dice for that.
Nice.
Okay, the highest was a 4. So this is a rare card.
Nice.
Not legendary, not epic, but it's not common.
Rare is pretty good.
We'll take rare.
You also gain 2 rep automatically. Your reputation increases.
Come on, baby.
You are a tier 0, but now you are a tier 0 with 2 rep plus 1 rep per tier higher. This score was on the people that you're up against. Now, I'm going to say this wasn't
a true tier 4.
True tier 4 heist.
Sure.
So I'm just going to give you 1 extra rep.
All right.
Okay.
3 total.
Yeah. So 3 rep total. And once you gain a certain level of rep, you will then be able to pay some coin and go up a tier, which means your crew gets bigger, your items get better,
Nice.
your influence is stronger. It
What's the
expands.
number of reps we need?
Usually do like
It is
8 to 10
12.
reps, 3 sets. Try and get
Shut up.
What if I would only want my ass to look great?
All right, 15 reps on the
It goes
ground.
higher?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 12 you need total to
Thank you.
increase the
12.
rep.
Okay.
Now, heat.
Yeah.
What heat did you have on you? Now, would you describe, just going to poll the audience right now, would you describe this as a smooth and quiet, low exposure job?
Would not. Would
Would I
not.
describe it as a contained standard exposure job?
It was contained.
It was contained.
Or would you
There were
describe
no
it as a
injuries, there was no
loud
spill
and
out.
chaotic high exposure job? Or a wild, devastating exposure
Not
job?
that.
Not that one.
No, it was probably loud and chaotic
probably
and
loud.
high
It's
probably
exposure.
Yeah.
I think setting off a smoke
I went
bomb
unconscious
in
and then she set off a
Kidsino-
smoke bomb.
It's pretty loud.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a security guard was incapacitated.
We didn't do that.
Sure, but it was during your
It happened.
score. It
Sure.
happened.
Sure.
And a smoke bomb went off. I'm going to say that is a loud and chaotic high exposure, which means you all get 4 heat. from
Yikes, that feels high.
That's bad.
Yes.
feels really high.
Unfortunately. But you have opportunities during downtime to lessen that heat.
Okay.
If you want to do that. Now, was the target high profile, well connected? It was. So I'm
Yeah.
going to add another heat for that.
Oh, shit.
The score
thought
was
we would
not
maybe
on
subtract that.
particularly hostile turf. You are not currently at war, and no one died. So that is just going to be 1 extra heat.
So we nailed it.
5 total.
So 5 out of 9. If you get to 9 heat, you gain a wanted level as a faction, which is not something you want to have.
Maybe you don't want it. I kind of like being wanted.
It's nice to be wanted.
It's nice to be wanted.
What wanted level mean is that the Sibs will be after you, and the only way to decrease your heat from there is to have one of your crew members arrested.
Oh. I'll take the fall.
We're only at 5 out of 9.
My body on the altar.
Put me in solitary.
Okay, now
Lock me up.
I'm going to roll an entanglement right now, which might come into play now or later. Entanglements, we'll see what they are.
Romantic
soon enough, I'm sure.
entanglements?
Yes,
Uh-oh.
romantic entanglements. No, not romantic entanglements. Great.
Do we get to know the numbers or no?
No, not right now.
I saw one of them.
Oh, I saw
Whoops.
a number, but I don't know what it means.
I don't want to know.
And then we have
I don't want to know.
our downtime activities. So by default, everyone gets 2 activities per downtime. Those activities can be acquire an asset, gain something like gain a special item, gain a cohort or an expert in some field, a vehicle, a service, a healer, or something like that. You won't actually heal anyone, but you can gain access to different things. You can start a long-term project, something that would just take a lot of downtime activities to do that might have a grand goal for all of you that have grand goals. You can recover, which means if you have any harm, you can try and fill out your harm clock and go to a healer and try and get that healed out. You can reduce heat. You can train, meaning you mark XP in one of your action ratings in order to increase that action rating and eventually gain another pip. And you can indulge in your vice, meaning if you have a lot of stress, this is indulging in your vice is how you reduce the amount of stress you have. So, Jibby.
Sorry, did we gain any XP from doing that thing, that heist?
Yes, you did. Great question. So, first, I'm going to do crew XP, and I'm going to mark 1 XP for if you executed successful smuggling or acquired new clients or contraband sources. I will say that this counted as smuggling.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
and we got a new client for sure, right? I mean, the
sort of testy client who hates one of us, but yes. Or do you mean Nikolaj?
No, I mean Nikolaj.
I think Nikolaj.
That's a new client for sure.
Mm-hmm. Did you contend with challenges above your current station? I say that
Gotcha.
yes, you did. Yes. Did you bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one? Your crew's reputation is savvy. Do we think that this bolstered the...
I think we developed a new one.
I think we developed a new one, maybe not savvy, but bold.
Yeah.
Bold?
Because we went for the Kidsino.
Yeah.
We went for the
last
Kidsino.
resort?
Nobody goes for the Kidsino.
So I'm going to then replace savvy with bold.
I think that's right.
If we think that is right.
I think until we swing back to being savvy,
It was pretty bold.
It was pretty bold.
Okay, so I'll give you an XP for that. And did you express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew? I don't think that one really pertains.
I don't know
to
that we
this.
know.
I don't know if we know what that is yet.
Yeah, I don't think we have a clear understanding of what that is exactly. So I'm not going to mark that. And then for all of you guys on your character sheets, it should have similar questions for did you do something
for earning XP?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How many desperate actions? I know you did, Greg. You rolled a desperate action, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
I think there was one definitely for the card game, so that would be under resolve because it was a sway action. Were they both?
I think they were both under sway.
Okay. So
Then
two.
Or there was one. You think one was in finesse?
One was finesse, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
I think they were both sway because they were both at the table. Was when we were being most desperate.
Great.
I thought.
Mm-hmm.
One of the questions says you addressed a challenge with blank.
Whatever the leech playbook is, it should be you addressed an action with
Technical skill or mayhem. I think I should get 2 for that one.
You did the straw and the smoke
and then
bomb.
the smoke bomb.
I'll count the smoke bomb as technical skill. Sure. Yeah, we can give
It's
you an extra
mayhem.
for that. It is mayhem. You're right. Absolutely.
I think that at least 2 I addressed with deception or influence.
Yeah, I'll give you 2 for that.
So I think I expressed my beliefs, drives, things in a way with my bandana insistence.
Mm-hmm.
I'd agree with that. That's fun.
And then in terms of addressing a challenge with tracking or violence, I was using the lizard to do tracking. It just failed, but that was the plan.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
To sort of track down the thing. And then for violence, I did self-violence. I swallowed my own thing to make a violent act and commit a big physical display.
That one I'm a little bit iffy on. I think tracking, yes. This was just a Hail Mary. I don't know if it was...
Fair enough. I did use tracking to try and see where the money was going at the beginning of the session. It wasn't during the score, but it was...
Because it's not during the score, I don't
good? All right, so I'll do one of each.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did 2. I got 2.
Okay, amazing. And then let's start with Jibby. Jibby, what is your first downtime activity?
Definitely, I'm going to heal. I don't want to be jolted anymore.
How healing works is you have to go to a healer.
Mm-hmm.
What healer do you think Jibby knows, and who would they go to?
Well, Jibby's the kid that takes a lot of medicine, right? So I think he's got... Well, I do think he would have Advil on him, but maybe he was out or something. I think he would go... Is this crazy? I think he would go to his mom. Get some Advil.
Okay. I like this. So you are going to entreat with your grown.
Yeah.
The grown, these entities that are all connected to one child of Park on the periphery of this reality that we live in Park.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will say...
I've got a point in the tune.
I think roll your attune.
5.
So you heal 2 segments of your healing clock.
Got it.
So once that clock is full, you can then reduce a level 3 harm to a level 2 harm, a level 2 harm to a level 1 harm, and a level 1 harm is healed fully. So harm is pretty consistent. It's not easily gotten rid of.
No, it's not.
Hey, honey.
Hi, Bob.
What's up? What's going on?
Oh,
You having
Bob,
fun with your friends?
I'm having so much fun with my friends, but I kind of bogged my head a little. I know.
Okay.
I bogged it.
Okay, yeah.
So I just need like a couple Advil, I think.
Sure. Describe Jibby's mom to me.
Jibby's mom is she loves him so much, but she's just busy. Okay. She's a high-powered business lady. I think she's got a phone and a laptop and like an iPad, and she's got a big leather purse, briefcase thing, and she pulls out like a Ziploc bag,
just
a
loose
big
pills.
loose pills, and she digs around in there for the right color pills. And here you go, sweetie. Yeah, she just she pops a couple pills in his hand.
Yeah, she pops a pill in your hand. She gives you like a water bottle that you grab with both hands.
Yeah.
And like
yeah. Thanks, Bob.
And you run back out to play with your friends.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, Orlando, what would your first downtime activity like to be?
I would like to lower my stress.
Okay. You do that by engaging your vice at one of the various vice dens around here. Now, you've talked about your vice being gaming. I would say that, Orlando, you're pretty familiar with who around here partakes in the games. You know, there's one particular faction, the Screensavers, who are mostly leeches and tinkers and are able to, you know, if you have a cracked screen or something's not working technologically, you bring it to them. But in the back corners, they also have they have a Game Boy, they have a Switch that they can allow people for, you know, a few minutes to take a turn.
I lie down like it's an opium den, and I just like just put Switch to Balatro as close to my eyes as humanly possible.
Yeah. So how Vice works is you are going to roll your lowest attribute, which means of Insight, Prowess, and Resolve, you are going to take the one with which you have the least amount of pips as your highest action rating in that thing, and you're going to roll that many dice.
Got it. So in Insights, I only have one pip. That would be
So you're going to roll one die, and then however many stress you roll is however many is taken off of your sheet.
Great. And I have 4 total.
You have 4 total, which means if you roll a 5 or a 6, you will overindulge your vice, which will carry consequences as well.
Ooh.
Shit.
Ooh, I didn't quite realize that.
I still think it's worth it. The odds are in my favor.
Go for it. Ooh.
Yikes.
It's a 5.
So first, clear all your stress.
Yeah.
You have your stress clear.
I'm feeling good, baby.
Okay, here is what happens. I'm actually going to tie in the entanglement that I rolled earlier.
Uh-oh.
Orlando.
Mm-hmm. Yes?
Usually, you're only allowed a few minutes on the game, but it's a slow day, and the Screensavers are kind of up to their gills in new jobs that have come in based on the fortification of the chalk. A lot of people are trying to fortify themselves against the Sibs. You see that there might be some unrest with the Sibs happening. So they're out in the front, and it seems like they don't come back when they're supposed to. And of course, time just ticks. Ticks and ticks.
Just one
away.
more run. Just
one more run. Just one more run. That's how a roguelike deck builder works, right?
Yeah.
You have an amazing set of jokers right now, and you're on an amazing run. You have a deck of only kings, and it's just every card is hitting.
And I've got the joker that makes every face card worth 50 more chips.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah. And soon enough, like, it's almost dusk. It's like almost the end of the day when you would be leaving park to go home. And you see, a text from your mom. Honey, where are you? You text from your grown. And finally, you realize it's time to put down your game. But it's been so long enough for people to track where from the Kidsino on the tapes, they saw you playing your game. They saw you running out. And so as you exit the Screensaver's little hut that they have in Venderville, which is this like stall of various draperies that they have, as you pull back one of the draperies, you see 3 Sibs waiting for you out there. And they don't even bother to talk. They just grab you. Suddenly you find yourself in the spire of Playgrund, which is the first time you've ever been in the spire of Playgrund. You are in the thick of Fort Blue, which is where the Sibs interrogation occurs. This is the Sibs headquarters. This is the first time you've ever seen it. The spire acts as almost a panopticon of Playgrund. It's always looking out onto the fields of Playgrund, and you never know how many Sibs are actually there at any moment, but there's the ever foreboding presence of there being someone watching at all times. And you finally are in this interrogation room. Of course, you don't see it because you're blindfolded, and you have been strapped to a chair. And they begin to question you. So you have an option here. You can either pay them off with 3 coin, they can beat you up and you get a level 2 harm, or you can tell them what they want to know and you gain +3 heat.
Ooh.
You can resist these as normal.
I'll tell you right now, I was going to lower our heat level. That's my plan.
I was going to do that as my second action.
Okay, so...
can I lie and try to convince them?
No. One of these consequences is happening, but you can resist these things, which could mean in the story that you do lie and are able to get away with it. So if you were going to tell them what they know...
Resisting causes stress, right?
Resisting creates stress, yes.
I will resist talk.
So you're going to resist with your resolve. So roll me a resistance roll with your resolve, meaning you're taking 6 stress now minus whatever you roll.
A 2 and a 1.
You gain 4 stress. You're right back up at where you were.
Woo.
But I lied to them?
Yeah, if you want to say you lied to them, so no heat is on the crew. How do you lie? What do you say to them to get them off your back?
I want to throw the court under the bus.
Oh.
Okay. Hey, talk. Were you responsible for that disturbance that happened?
Listen, I don't... Yeah, I was there. I was gambling. It's not a crime to gamble in the casino. It was... You know how those basketball players are bullies. They bullied us into causing all of that ruckus. They said they wanted to send a message that the court was going to take over everything. The flag was just the beginning, they said.
Pretty good.
You see, one of the Sibs looks to the other. I wouldn't usually call for this, but give me like a survey check.
Mm-hmm. 4.
You see something strange, as if they don't totally buy what you're putting down, but with no evidence to the contrary that you were totally at fault and that the court didn't have a say in it, they let you off. I'm going to say, even though you resisted, I'm going to give it 1 heat to this crew, specifically for a reason behind the screen that I have.
Cool.
Interesting.
But that is your first downtime activity.
Mary Lou has suspicions.
Boomslang.
Yeah.
What would your first downtime activity be?
What I should do is heal, but I think that I have like a really cool cut that I like when I fell and turned myself unconscious, I like hit the floor, and he wants to wear it as a badge of pride and also to remind himself that he's going to take Glitz down if it's the last thing he does.
Nice.
So no healing. Behind the curtain, can I, as I get more understanding of what this character actually is, would it be possible for me to change my special ability?
Yeah, I'll just let you do that for free. Yeah,
Thank you
not
so
even as a
much.
downtime activity.
I
It's our
appreciate
first session.
Hell
Makes
yeah.
sense.
Then what I want to do for my downtime activity is lower our heat.
How do you go about lowering your heat? Do you kind of throw the heat off onto someone else? Are you kind of trying to downplay it by maybe like stealing the tapes or something? Like, what do you do to try and lower the heat?
Whoa, steal the tapes. Yeah, fuck yeah. I love stealing the tapes.
Okay. That's almost a score in and of itself.
I know, it might be its own fucking thing. I don't know if I can do that in downtime.
I was thinking that was going to be my second downtime activity too, coming up with like a tinkering way of messing with the tapes.
Uh-huh.
If we can help each other.
Yeah.
Because my downtime activity is also going to
like get the tapes into their hands long enough to tinker with them. I don't need to full take the tapes.
Okay, so here's what I'll do. I give me just 2 action ratings about what you do to help and then what you do to with the tapes. And then based on those action ratings together, we can see how much heat is taken off, but it's going to use 2 downtime activities, both of yours.
I mean, I think it is like slink in at a time where it would be low or like it could be prowl or hunt. It could either be like watch where the tapes are being moved and intercept them at some point, or it could be try to get into the Kidsino and like just snag them for a short amount of time.
I think it's going to be prowl, because what I'm creating is this sort of like Alka-Seltzer foam bomb. And if you could just put it near the tapes, it'll go off and destroy the evidence.
I've already been in the room where the cameras are. I know exactly where I would need to go.
I'm going to roll Tinker.
I'm going to say this is, for all intents and purposes, we're not in the middle of a score, but this is going to be desperate with great effect. Okay?
Okay.
So then we should take XP.
Sure.
Yeah, baby. I like the way
Fine.
you think.
Every time you roll a desperate action.
I guess so. Yeah.
What a negotiation.
I love that.
So
you roll for your prowl, and I'm going to roll for my Tinker. For what kind of
You've got to be absolutely shitting
You
me.
can resist this.
I will resist this. I will absolutely resist this.
Okay.
I have to.
Okay.
Because Gabe just rolled
I rolled
2
2
ones.
ones. I have to resist this.
And I rolled
Two
2 threes.
Should we
Wow.
do we both resist it?
I can't. I'm full stress.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I'll resist.
Here's what happens. Boom slang. You are, in fact, able to sneak in to the Kidsino on a time when, you know, maybe the cleanup crew is coming in, and so the regulars have all filed out.
Yep.
Just to clean up the excess vapor, you know? Maybe you pose as one of them. You get into that security room, and you find the tapes are already gone.
Yeah.
Jibby, you're in your hideout tinkering with something.
Not my workbench.
Maybe trying to get that Alka-Seltzer
Yeah.
thing working. And you hear the wheels of a skateboard roll up. And you recognize the skateboard as one of the wheelers, the couriers of Park.
Mhm.
And you hear a thump of a paper hitting the door.
Ugh. Helvetica. What slop is she peddling today?
The headline, Disaster at the Kidsino. And then subheader, Is Jibby Bathacid behind this attack? You see the front page, full spread, a photo from the tapes of you.
Oh my gosh.
The Fable and Folly Network, where fiction producers flourish.
LifeLock, how can I help?
The IRS said I filed my return,
But I haven't.
1 in 4 tax-paying Americans has paid the price of identity fraud.
What do I do?
My refund, though.
I'm freaking out.
Don't worry, I can fix this.
LifeLock fixes identity theft guaranteed and gets your money back with up to $3 million in coverage.
I'm so relieved.
No problem. I'll be with you every step of the way.
1 in 4 was a fraud-paying American. Not anymore. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.